When people think about moving to Phoenix, Arizona, they picture low prices, a great quality of life, and with a city as big as Phoenix, more house and more space for their money. But when they get here, that's not always how it plays out. I work with people relocating to Phoenix from all across the country, and many of them think that they will come into our city and get a deal on a place in a city or a suburb that they've seen online. That is, until they see what these popular areas of Phoenix actually do cost. In this video, I am going to break down the suburbs that you probably see online all the time, but that might be a little overrated or a little overpriced. And then I'm going to show you the suburbs that are near these areas where your money might go a little bit further. Before we get into today's video, I want to say one thing, and that is, this is my opinion on these different areas in Phoenix. This doesn't mean that these neighborhoods couldn't be right for you and your family. I actually love all of these neighborhoods, and they offer something different for every single family and individual that moves there. Part of my job is finding the right community for you and your family and give you all the information that I know as a local expert. My name is Keegan McDowell, and I am a local realtor in the Phoenix area, and I also make videos about everything you need to know before moving to Arizona. And with that being said, let's jump into the first suburb. For the first suburb, let's start with the high-end North Scottsdale area. This is a place that gets a ton of attention, and rightfully so. It's one of the nicest and most expensive zip codes in all of America. It's known for its luxury, the stunning desert views, the high-rated schools, and some of the most incredible homes you'll ever see in your life. However, this community and neighborhood in Phoenix is not an attainable price point for the majority of Americans. And even if you do have the money to buy a home in this neighborhood, there are some extra costs and things surrounding its lifestyle that are most likely going to put you way over budget. This is marketed as the pinnacle of luxury in Phoenix, Arizona because of its unbelievable golf courses, the mountain views, and the exclusive amenities. This area of Phoenix creates a premium perception for luxury buyers, active adults, and for families who have success as a high priority on their list. The median sales price in this area is well over $1 million. It's well above the Phoenix metro average, and because of the demand, the inventory in this area is extremely limited. All of the new build homes in this area are going to be custom built, which drives prices up. And because most of these communities are gated and they are exclusive and the amenities are absolutely luxury, there are going to be extensive monthly HOA fees in this neighborhood. The property taxes in this neighborhood are aligned with that of Maricopa County, but the high home values drive these taxes through the roof. Once you buy your way into this community by owning a home, the monthly amenities fees and different dues in this community are going to drive your monthly budget crazy. With private golf clubs and exclusive fitness clubs, high-end shopping, luxury resorts, and different community involvement, there are never-ending options to what you can spend your money on in this high-end part of North Scottsdale. When you are buying into this community, you are buying into a premium that is the North Scottsdale brand and a lifestyle that is just simply expensive. So beyond the price of your home, you can expect to have many costs that go well above and beyond what your home might be worth. The next neighborhood I'm going to cover is that of Gilbert. And let me start by saying that Gilbert is one of my favorite neighborhoods in the entire valley, specifically the East Valley. I love downtown Gilbert, and I love the community that is down there. And it is no surprise that many people fall in love when they first see it. They see all the top-rated schools, they see the awesome downtown, and that it's safe, and there is a reason there is so much demand for Gilbert right now. However, prices are starting to rise, so for families that have a different price point than the $595,000 median home price in Gilbert, we're going to look into some other options. Gilbert is known for its awesome schools, the parks, the downtown district, and just the well thought out and master plan community that it is. I mentioned that the median home price in this neighborhood is about $595,000, with the list price on average being well above that. Newer neighborhoods in Gilbert often list in the $600,000 range, and the luxury homes in Gilbert go well over $750,000. HOAs are very common in this area as well, often ranging between $150 to $300 a month. Because the Gilbert Unified School District is so well rated and pretty much everyone loves their experience in this school district. The word is out and more families are wanting to move to Gilbert because of this. This is driving home prices through the roof. The community amenities in Gilbert are awesome. There are so many parks and trails and different things for you to do as a family. It wasn't too long ago that the lots in Gilbert were bigger than normal, but with the expanding market in Phoenix, new build communities are often putting their homes on smaller lots, and they are still listing in the 500,000s. Many people moving to Phoenix see that Gilbert is on the outskirts of the Phoenix metro area and probably expect home prices to be a little bit lower than they are because of its location. But there is a reason that so many people are drawn to Gilbert, and it has been one of the most sought after communities in the recent years here in Phoenix, and it is driving home prices way up. Next on the list is a major master plan community in the West Valley called Estrella and Goodyear. This community is popular for its school system and resort style amenities. I talk to a lot of my clients who look online and see the pictures of Estrella and think it is beautiful. And while they're not wrong, there are some downsides to this community that make it a little bit overhyped and could lead people to think of some alternatives. The Estrella community is marketed as a comprehensive lifestyle community, showing its awesome park system, its lakes, and the different grocery, shopping, and dining options up there. There's a 55+ community, there's golf courses, and it's a community where you may never have to leave and has a small town feel. That being said, the median home price up in Estrella is well into the 500,000s. And for a community that is well outside the city of Phoenix and really excluded from the rest of the valley, I don't know if these prices are worth it. It is a competitive market, and a lot of these listings are going in under 30 days, which is not usual for this time in Phoenix. Builders know that the demand for houses in Phoenix is high, and as they push the boundaries of how far out they are going to continue to build, the prices that these new builds are being listed at, to me, feel a little bit higher than they should be. The effective tax rate up in Estrella is almost 2%. On a $600,000 house, you are going to be paying around $12,000 in taxes every single year. The Estrella Mountain Elementary School District is rated as a B on the niche.com scale, not the highest for the options here in Phoenix. The lifestyle up in Estrella is a great lifestyle, I will say. The people that live there love it, and the community is very tight-knit. These large master plan communities that are far out from the city are not as cheap as they once were. Our city is continuing to grow and expand, and so these master plan communities that were once on the far outskirts of Phoenix don't seem so far anymore. The Estrella Mountain community is well outside of the city of Phoenix, and if you are going to move there, you really cut off a lot of the city and access to different parts of the Phoenix metro just by pure distance and time it would take to get there. You are over an hour away from the likes of Scottsdale and North Scottsdale, as well as a good 40+ minutes from downtown Phoenix. The next community on my list is going to be Awatuki. This community is a distinct one in the south region of Phoenix. A lot of people love this community for its proximity to other great things in Phoenix like the East Valley, Scottsdale, downtown Phoenix, and the airport. It has an older infrastructure and is a little bit more seasoned as opposed to some of these new communities here in Phoenix. 30+ years ago, Awatuki was developed as a convenient location to all the expanding communities happening in Phoenix. Most of these houses in Awatuki were built in the 1980s and became a hotspot as the growing job market in the East Valley and access to downtown Phoenix and the Sky Harbor Airport were a must for new residents in Phoenix. The lots down in Awatuki are bigger than most other areas in Phoenix. The median home price in Awatuki is upwards of $600,000. One of the trade-offs of living in this convenient location of Awatuki is that the heavy traffic of Phoenix goes right through this city. The I-10 and the 202 are two of the most easily accessible highways that originally drew residents to Awatuki, but now are some of our slower highways here in Phoenix. Awatuki's original appeal as accessible and a great location is real, but the older homes in the area and the high traffic density can diminish the quality of life down on the South Mountain. If you are looking for a newer, modern, and up-to-date part of Phoenix, then Awatuki is probably not going to be the landing spot for you in the greater Phoenix metro area. If you are somebody who is thinking about moving to Arizona and you want to know more about what it's like living here and all the different suburbs of Phoenix, I made a free moving to Arizona guide which covers all of this and more. If you are interested in receiving this guide for free, just shoot me a text text, send me an email, or give me a call and I'll send that right over to you. Now, if you are somebody who is looking for a better deal but don't want to sacrifice the lifestyle of those places that we just talked about, let's look at a couple alternatives where your dollar might stretch a little bit further. Cave Creek and Rio Verde are two places that draw buyers who love the North Scottsdale lifestyle. These places offer a little bit more space and still have the privacy and the scenic living that the North Scottsdale area offers. It is much less of a premium to live in these two spots than the North Scottsdale area, and is especially attractive to different families and active adults who are looking for a slower pace and a scenic view for where they live. The median home price in Cave Creek and Rio Verde is often up to $500,000 less than that of North Scottsdale, and most of these communities have much simpler HOA structures. Both of these spots still offer quick access to different hiking and biking trails and scenic views that North Scottsdale offers. These small communities have their own identity and have great golf courses and amenities just like North Scottsdale. These two towns give you a more relaxed, spacious, and much more affordable option to that of the north high-end area of Scottsdale. Let's take a look at an alternative for that of Gilbert. Mesa, Arizona is one of the fastest growing and largest suburbs of Phoenix. The median home price in Mesa, Arizona is over $150,000 less than that of Gilbert. The school system in Mesa is rated at an A- by niche.com, so still offers an incredible learning experience for you and your kids. The commute to downtown is very similar to that of Gilbert and honestly offers better access to different areas like Scottsdale than Gilbert does. Mesa offers a variety of new builds and also some older homes for resale. You have access to a thriving tech hub in Chandler. You have access to Scottsdale and downtown Phoenix by the 202 highway. And you also have access to downtown Mesa, which is like its own city in and of itself. Mesa is extremely safe and super family friendly. It's a lot bigger than Gilbert, so may not be as tight-knit of a community, but would be a pretty great alternative for anyone looking to move into the East Valley at a lower price point than something like Gilbert. If you're looking for an alternative to the Estrella mountain range, then this means you probably don't mind being a little bit further out from the city of Phoenix. Buckeye is a city that is attracting more and more people every single year because of the space, peace, and affordability that this suburb offers its residents. Buckeye goes just beyond the master plan communities of the West Valley out on the I-10 towards San Diego and California. You don't have a lot of crowding or congestion, and you still get the benefits of living in the Phoenix Valley with views of the mountains and access to different parts of the city with the amazing highway system we have here in Phoenix. The median home price here in Buckeye is in the low 400,000s, and you can find many options here in the high 200s, low 300 range for a more budget-friendly option. These homes are going to be upwards of $200,000 to $300,000 cheaper than that of the homes in the Estrella mountain range, and still offers the scenic and serene desert landscape that a lot of people are looking for when they come to Phoenix. Oftentimes there are less restrictive HOA structures, and the monthly dues for these HOA communities are often much cheaper than that of the master plan communities, and a lot of neighborhoods in Buckeye having zero HOA fees. Buckeye is a city that is pretty far outside of the city limits of Phoenix, which results in a lower property tax rate. The overall property tax burden out here in Buckeye is less than 1%, which is gonna put more money back in your pocket every single year. There are not as many amenities and lifestyle options out here in Buckeye, but this is one of the fastest growing cities in the entire metro area, and more developments are popping up every single day to benefit the residents and improve their everyday lifestyle. The draw for Buckeye over the Estrella mountain range is going to be way less expensive, less congested, better access to the rest of the city of Phoenix, bigger lots for your home for less money, and just more money back in your pocket every single month, as it can be extremely expensive to be a homeowner in today's day and age. And last but not least, an alternative for Awatuki. This alternative might seem a bit far-fetched and a stretch for some people, but in my opinion, a great alternative for Awatuki being south of the city of Phoenix is going to be Maricopa. Maricopa is less than 30 minutes away from Awatuki and provides some of the most affordable living in all of the greater Phoenix area. Some people might not consider Maricopa to be a part of Phoenix, but it is just 45 minutes south of the city and about 45 minutes south of the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport as well. There is extremely easy and convenient access from Maricopa to the East Valley as well as to downtown Phoenix. Maricopa is growing really fast and there are tons of opportunities to get in a house down there at an extremely reasonable price point. The median home price in Maricopa is less than $350,000, and being in Maricopa feels like you are in a smaller, more tight-knit community that is a bit excluded from the greater area of Phoenix. Since its incorporation in 2003, Maricopa has exploded with growth. The school system down there is very respectable, getting an A- rating from niche.com, and Maricopa is a much younger crowd than that of Awatuki, with a median age range of 36 years old. The population in Maricopa has increased by over 34% in the last 5 years since 2020. This city is exploding, and in my opinion, in the next couple of years will be recognized as a very common suburb of the city of Phoenix. There's an expanding job market, there are new business opportunities, there's one of the highest rated golf courses in all of Phoenix in Auction Southern Dunes. It's safe, and because it's a newer suburb of Phoenix, the amenities, the parks, the streets and roads are all much newer, much more up to date, cleaner, and just in better shape than some of the different parts of Phoenix. I know Maricopa seems like a far off alternative to something like Awatuki, which is in a great location in Phoenix, but in my humble opinion, if you have a young family, you absolutely can't go wrong moving to Maricopa. So as you've seen in this video, not every suburb of Phoenix delivers the value that you might expect or that you see online when you're making your move to Phoenix. And that is why it's so important to work with someone who knows the entire valley and this market inside and out. If you need help in your relocation to Phoenix, Arizona, I'm going to leave my contact information below. Please don't hesitate to reach out. You can call me or text me at any time or send me an email if that's what's best for you. And if you want to know more about what's happening in Phoenix in 2025, watch this video right here.